Alright guys, today we are going to be going to pick up the new engine that is going to be going into the green S13. I am so excited. But what I am not excited for is this long ass drive that we got ahead of us. It's supposed to only be 2 hours, but you know, if you're from Florida, you already know that I-4 traffic is just absolutely horrendous. So we're taking a little bit different way. And yeah, we're going to be there in about 3 hours or so. So, if you know, or if you don't know, I had previously an SR20 that was into the green S13, and we had ran that for about 2 to 2.5 years, consistently going to drift events for maybe, I think the car has done like about 20 or about 20 or so drift events on that engine itself. It's taught me so much. Like I learned so much on that car with that setup, how everything was, and I loved it. It was great. It was phenomenal. But so I decided that it was time for a little bit of change up. I really wanted to completely redo the engine bay, and well, I originally pulled it out because I blew the SR. The SR leaned out. I don't know if I had maybe like a vacuum leak or something like that. But anyways, like when I was at Spring Break Bash of 2021, which if you don't know, it's a 3-day drift event that is located at Orlando Speed World over here in Florida. And you know, to be honest, it's a little bit of my fault. I did notice on the second day that it was running a little lean in drift. I was hitting, you know, about like 15. Sometimes I would even peak at like 17 AFRs, and you know, I just didn't look after it too much. I was just living in the moment, having fun, and yeah, I think that's maybe what have led to the downfall of the SR. But anyways, so we pulled the SR out to rebuild it, and then as I pulled the engine out, I'm like, well, the bay looks like shit. Yeah, because you know, all the paint is gone and everything. It has over 2 years of drift events and stuff like that, hardcore events and stuff on it. So the bay looked like shit, and I just really wanted to redo everything. I wanted to cut like the tubs out, maybe, or you know, cut the fenders out, like the fender wells out, and maybe put tubs or leave them out completely. I'm not too sure. And then also, whenever I was there, I'm like, you know what, this harness is just not making it any better. So I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna do the harness tuck. And so I completely took the chassis harness out of the engine bay. I put it into the car, and then I'm like, you know what? It just kept escalating from there, to be honest, because like, damn, you know what? I'm just gonna pull out this whole chassis harness, because I am gonna be repainting the interior after I do the roll cage. And so I'm like, you know, and it would just be easier just to take it out. It's already pretty much out at this point. Whenever I relocated it inside the car, because almost nothing is connected. You know, there's fucking nothing on the car other than brake lights. So it was literally just a few connectors, and that's it. And then what was under the dash, and had to pull the dash out because I'm doing the cage. And so all those connectors were already done, and yeah, so anyways, it just kept escalating and escalating, and I think we're at like the highest peak point that we can be right now of just having the car completely fucking gutted. But now it's time to start grinding and getting everything like back in there. So first things first is going to be the roll cage. I'm going to be going with a cage. I can never fucking say that. I don't know why. But anyways. So whenever we get that completely burned in, I think I'm gonna be tackling, I don't know, maybe just like some more interior stuff, and I'm gonna be doing like, I'm gonna be painting the interior. So I don't know if I'm just gonna wait until everything is ready to paint and then just do all the paint at one time, like the inside and in the bay. I still have to decide if I'm gonna be doing like tubs or not, like doing like the, you know, like the trailer style tubs, or if I'm just gonna be cutting the wheel wells out and just leaving it like that. I'm not too sure yet. So if you've been keeping up with the videos, you would know that the SR that we took out of the green S13, we completely rebuilt that one with Mazworks head studs, Tomei head gasket, new piston rings, other pistons, Manly titanium retainers and springs, and and then we put that all back together. and we put it into the gray S13 shell that I had sitting for a while. But the shell ended up being really not too good. Whenever I was installing the engine, I saw that there was a lot of rust on the underbody, like right where the frame rail met the chassis, and I just didn't really want to dig into all that, and it was just going to be a little bit more work than I wanted to do, even though I was prepared to do a lot of work. But anyways, we got that car running, which was awesome. Like, that was the second engine that I built, and it was running like really good, and it sounded so good. I was excited with that one, but unfortunately we didn't keep that one. We had just sold it. We sold it to a buddy, and the car ended up getting parted out. I'm not too sure what he did with the motor. I think he still has it. But anyways, I've been talking for way too long now, so I'm just gonna show you guys what engine setup that we got for the green S13. All right, before I show you guys the engine real quick, guess what this man lived only 10 minutes away from and what exit I took? Fucking Buc-ee's, boy! But no, anyways, guys, enjoy the B-roll of the engine. It's brand new, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it don't look that bad.
This disc is like brand new. Look at this. Oh yeah. And it looks different. It's like copper or not copper maybe, but I don't know. Cheers, mate. Alright, so we got the starter off and got all the bell housing bolts off and everything. Got the trans off, obviously. So we are about to hoist this shit up and throw it on an engine stand so I can get it in my office, because I do not want it sitting out here in all the weather and everything. Alright, we're good to jack it up a little bit more and try to get this thing on the engine stand. Move a little bit. There we go. Be a lot better. Alright. Go on up with her. Alright. Good to go. Let me get this pin in and we should be good. Alright, well, now for the fun part. Getting this thing up and in my room. Alright, engine is now on the engine stand. I'm going to start disassembling everything just so I can clean up the engine a little bit before it goes in the car. Because as you know, we have a lot of work to do on the S13 chassis, and I can just kind of chip away at this in the meantime. Get everything cleaned up. If you see like They painted the block originally, and so I don't know if I'm going to try to strip all the paint off and then just run it like aluminum style, or if I might repaint it black. But it looks a lot worse than just that, you know, just everywhere, just like typical old, you know, whenever people try to paint their blocks, stop painting your blocks. They look good. You know, maybe do like the aluminum stuff, or maybe do like a good paint job. I don't know. But anyways, next thing is next. We have to do a lot of work on the S13, and that is going to be a very fun, very long project of putting the cage in and doing everything. But with that, I'm going to end the video. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please give it a like, and I will see you guys in the next video.